So today I will do the passenger side glow plugs and wiring harness replacement. From what I've seen from some other videos is that I mean, it doesn't look like I have to remove a bunch of stuff, but it's going to be kind of funky to get that finagled out of there, as one guy said, because this beast here is in the way. Yeah, shouldn't be too awful bad. See if I can get it to focus there. There will be a couple of bolts and probably some standoff bolts as there were on the driver's side. So all the bolts are removed, and now it just remains to work this cover plate off. The ones back in here were just past finger tight, so not too much, so that would seem to indicate somebody's probably replaced the glow plugs at one point or been in here before. These guys up here were a bear to crack these bolts up here. So somebody torqued those down on there real good. But yeah, just gotta pop this cover plate off and get to town. Finally got this bad boy off there, and man, it was a booger. Because for me, that spot in there was pretty snug, and some of that flame retardant blanket here was pretty much disintegrated, but I hate this. This is nasty. I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit because the disintegration was accelerated by the fact that I pulled that cover plate off there. So got to pop these guys off here, put the harness back in there with a new one, and that shouldn't be too bad. I got 2 points just like on the other side here and over there, so shouldn't be too bad. Try to clean this up a little bit, and probably do an oil change fairly soon down the line, because I do not like what happened here with this nonsense. So there's probably some particulates that might get into the engine. So I'll keep that in mind and maybe change the oil a little sooner than the 3,000 to 5,000 miles as I usually do. So that guy was kind of funky to get off there as well. Doesn't look too awful bad, really, I guess. Connections aren't super terrible, but you know, I say that, and then there's that. So then again, that might just be, yeah, it looks like that's some heat going on there. Yeah, that's some nastiness going on there. So high time. And then he didn't look too, I keep saying that, it doesn't look too awful bad, but then yeah, it's just 25-year-old vehicle, which is great, you know. And then, you know, you just fix this, fix that, and I'll probably need replacing there. I have the components to do that as well, so I have to do that at some point. But yep, so that's got the wiring harness off. Still got to take out the glow plugs, and it should be okay. So got the glow plugs out, and that's how they're looking. Not oh, come on, focus. I had it focused. It was wanting to focus. Come on. So not the best, because that's what they should look like. In the words of Mr. Sulu, oh my. So that's probably why I was having a little issue or two starting up and just basically running, because pretty much all the glow plugs look that way. So this will most likely have a marked performance increase, and we'll go from there. So got the wiring harness back in there. Got the glow plugs in. Got the wiring harness connected to the glow plugs and the injectors. Had a little bit of trouble. Well, I don't know about trouble, but this particular injector didn't snug up in there all the way without a little cajoling, but that's okay. I'll try it and see what happens. So everything else fit pretty good, and that one fits okay. So the next step is to put the cover plate back on after a good cleaning of that thing, get at least some of the nastiness off there, and then should be ready to go. So got the cover plate back on there, cleaned it up. You can actually see the labels now. You can see the difference. I mean, that's the way it used to look, and now just wiped all that oil and grit off there. I might have actually stripped that thread whenever I tried to put that in, so I elected at this time to leave it out, and I have snugged down all the others, so I'm only less one bolt, which I think I'm probably okay. We'll know in a minute. So it was fairly straightforward, just took a little time to clean everything there and clean that cover plate. So we'll go from there. So got her turned on. Gauges look okay. No dash light on. Should be good there. Give her back over. There we go. Not too shabby.